Okay. Hello, Monday. Good morning. How are we doing? How are you? Yes, it's another beautiful Monday, another beautiful week, the start of a brand new day. And I want to believe that for you, myself, Joy Inclusive, and everyone here in the studios, and all our viewers all over the world, you are doing great this morning. The fact that you're alive and you were able to rise up from your bed and you did not just, wake up, you were fit to take your bed and also dress yourself up and leave home to prepare yourself. It's the grace of the Almighty God. So I want to say thank God for life, thank God for the grace, thank God for the privilege, thank God for the opportunity to be here this morning. We are not taking it for granted in any way. And thank God for Galactic Television. Thank God to the man who God is using even to continue to push this particular vision forward. I want to believe that your weekend was splendid, even though someone had been mocking me here. But don't worry, I'll talk about that as we proceed. But my name is Remain Adejoke and David, so my friends call me Olori AJ. Because a bit long. Okay, so I'm here with my contender even as we celebrate the fact that Nigeria did not get the main cup, but we got something, and we were able to show that we are still Nigerian. Joy, how was your Sunday?
Before I come to that, I'm coming to attack you first. Good morning to our esteemed viewers. Yes, it's always a pleasure being on your screen. It's always a wonderful time when we come on your screen. Thank you for always being our guest on Family and Values. Please, like we used to say, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Follow us, download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can always watch us on the go so you don't miss exciting topics. This week promises to be packed-filled, educative topics that we are going to be discussing, and our guests, trust me, are going to be doing justice today. So we hope that you would download our mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. And please, the numbers displayed on the screen are for text messages. Do not call. We are begging you, do not call. Don't call the line. And yes, we told you on Wednesday is Valentine's Day, and we are expecting you to send in your love messages so that we could read to your husband, your wife, your partner, your kids. Just send in those love messages so that we'll read them on the show anyway. So we are here. Yes.
Hello, crush. Hello,
I'm your crush.
This is saying that hello, crush. The way I look at you is not the way you look at me. So this is a time you express yourself.
Okay.
To date here and there. I was previewed to a particular. I'm still going to share it on my status this week. Apostle Solomon was saying that. Selman was saying that this is not a time somebody will give you a gift, and you will now start praying for the person. Where some people are taking it upon themselves to get you, no matter how small, even if it's as small as an apple.
Yes, get it for someone.
Get it for someone. Wrap it up. If you can't wrap it up, just do something beautiful around it. You can put a note with it.
It's a season of love.
It's a season of love. Express it the best way. Even if you can buy bread, buy bread. Put 2 eggs. It's something. It's up to that's about 1,000 naira.
Thank you for giving me inspiration. Now I know what to package.
It's love, but please don't send me gift without putting a word, to show why you are giving me this.
Gift, right?
The word goes a long way. The gift may not, maybe you consume it to use it, but the word will always be in my mind, and I will continue to reminisce on it, and it goes a long way. So please show some love.
It's okay, show some love anyway.
Tell me, yesterday was a beautiful day.
Now
I'm not going to consider it a bad day.
No. Let's start with the fact that we actually scored the first goal. But you, right from the moment you heard the match had started, your status, at the point I was just like,
How do you want me to express myself?
And you were, it was as if you were literally watching every minute, and I was like, is this man supposed to be busy or she's supposed to be
I was doing my script to start my traffic radio program, and I was sitting right in front of the screen, and I was monitoring every step all the way, even when they had to go the first half and everything. I was like, God, they must need this man before I enter studio. I want to know the papa and you know.
But do you know that when we scored the very first goal, for me, I wasn't too excited because we scored first, and somebody around me just said, this one Nigeria have scored. Ivory Coast will equalize and win the game, and immediately that got to me. My excitement suddenly ceased. So at the point, so when they equalized, I was like, the prayer of this person is actually coming to pass. So, but what I saw there was, I think the boys were overconfident.
They were overconfident.
So they were playing like we will still, and the fact that they scored first, so they felt like we've taken the cup.
Yeah, and because it was towards the end of the first half,
so they felt like second half they only defend. So they were more like,
you know, like they say, your first fall has not totally bring you down. It has not totally written you off. And no matter how many times you fall, you need to rise again. The fact that we're able to beat South Africa is something. We beat some before. Once you get to that second, it's still something.
But I'm happy that we actually got to
that level. Finals, yeah. So they tried, but they need to put more maturity into it. And there were so many setbacks. As in, when I saw the calculations of the possession.
Ivory Coast had
64. I said Jesus, and they had I think like three goals that was off score and all that.
So again that I think affected the players was fans' moral support. When you look at the stadium, it was filled with Ivory Coast. So it was.
I'm sure they must have bought their tickets.
No. Later, they said that they were holding tickets from Nigerians. So
it's definitely
a lot of Nigerian supporters were outside.
Yes, now.
So imagine the crowd if those crowd had come in and kept sharing the boys. So when it's like when you look at the stadium, your people are not there to give you that ginger.
So I really felt for them, and I believe. Many people, of course, we all have our views. Many people have their views. Some will say, this is rubbish. These are anti-badge, you know, and all that. But in all things, let's still thank God. Yes. Let's thank God for the unity, the expression, the love we showed, the kind of atmosphere that was pushing us. In spite of the economic situation, the insecurity and everything, people were like, at least this is another distraction for us. Let's just ginger, and express ourselves this way.
Nigerians are quite funny. When the game was over, everybody took to the stories and really, the distraction is over. Let's face the real issues that affect Nigeria. So I saw that all over again. Everybody was like, the distractions are over. Let's face the issues.
And that's what happens in families. That's what happens in family. Family and value is all about you, your family, your husband, your wife, your children, your community, your environment. It goes a long way. How do you relate? How well do you place things? When your neighbor is going through a particular situation, you hear noise every night. Husband beating wife, or wife beating the husband, or the mother maltreating the son, or the daughter or the father doing the same thing, abusing either the daughter or the niece or anybody. How do you stand up to face that situation? We are one family. We need to continue to help ourselves, and we need to continue to cheer ourselves up, because you always need someone to cheer you. We are here to cheer you on family and values, and right here in Galaxy Television, we don't want to take any chances.
No, we don't want to take any chances. Family is unity. Family is love. For me, I used to say family is everything.
It is. It's like your son or your daughter going to school and sitting for exam and could not make it, and the next you start beating and killing, and of course you feel sad for a while, but after a while you say, but you know what you did too. It's really, I'm sorry, but I was just carried away and all that.
I told people, I said, we are watching the ball. Nobody's talking about ethnicity. Nobody's saying your Hausa, your Yoruba, your this. All of us are watching the ball in that unity of it's Nigeria. Let's go for it. And I saw people coming online, you know, doing so that
like me, and you are yabbing me. I'm still having it on my status. If you have my status,
so let's put that energy into our families. Let's make it work. Whatever problems you're going through in families, let's come together. Don't let it break. Father, mother, children, aunties, everybody, make sure that family unit is not splitted, is not broken. Keep it together. You know, let that unity run from the family. And trust me, once we get the family right, the society is going to be okay. Once we get the family right, you're not going. There are a whole lot of things that you'll be dealing with that you know that yes, we've dealt with it in the family that the society doesn't have to deal with. It's like I was telling somebody, I said, that we are losing community training, that in those days when your child misbehaved,
Uh-huh.
you hear it from outside.
Definitely.
But this is, and it was an elderly woman, and she said, it's because of the bad things that are happening. Everybody's protecting their own. Because the person scolding your child, you don't know the intentions behind that, what that person is. You know, at the point I was like, yeah, I understand that times are changing. But for those people that still have that good intention, it can't be hidden. If you see a child misbehave, instantly you want to.
You will not even want to take your eyes away from
just it anyway.
Anyway, it's time for us to go for this our mini feature for today. I'll be right back, so don't go. Okay, welcome back. It's the Family and Values, and our topic this morning is the man or woman I should or you can marry. Okay, the word should, marry, or I can marry.
I can marry.
You know,
it's interchangeable.
It's
anyway.
interchangeable.
It's
Yeah.
interchangeable.
So, what kind of man can I marry? Or what kind of man should I marry? Like your parents say, don't bring me any, you know, any man with no profile. I don't want any lady that does not come from a good family. The family is wealthy. I don't want, you know, a youth in my church was asking, on Saturday we had a women program, and she was asking, why is it that families, you know, that are wealthy, especially mothers or fathers, will put an embargo on it, that there's a tag. If you are bringing anybody, or I want my daughter or my son to get married to somebody of my social class, my social status, don't bring anybody that is lower. Now, to you, what do you feel? Because she was like, why is it that? I said, it has been, it will forever be. But those children can always change the motive of their parent by saying, I need to go by going with somebody who is of my social status. Why? If I should fall in love with somebody from Ajegunle now, and I stay on the mainland or Ikeja axis, my father or my mother has, you know, well to a particular level, does that mean that that man is not suitable for me? Or they feel that if I should marry, if anything should happen, there'll be a fallback?
The thing is, I used to say it's only in Nollywood movies that you see a prince, a very wealthy prince that has studied outside the country,
that wants to marry,
and he's coming down to go and marry a maid, and the whole village will stand still and they will fight and fight. At the end of the day, the king will say, "Okay, I give your blessings." But in reality, it's not.
It doesn't come that easy.
It is only in movies, in Nigerian movies, African movies only, that you see somebody totally dressed on the road, walking, and a well-twitched, handsome man will park his car and say, I want to marry you. But when you look at the reality of life, you want people that, and I don't blame them, most of these parents work hard for their money.
Yeah.
They want to maintain, they don't want you to go below the standard they've set for you. So they just want you to maintain that standard. That's why you say the rich, you keep getting married to the rich. Now it takes someone who sees beyond that. And how do you get that? If you're talking from the side of the kids, is the fact that you see this person you love, you touch the person to your standard, you know, before you present the person to your parents. So automatically, if you met the person while the person was in the university, make sure the person is extremely brilliant, and then you've been able let the person's image speak for the person, and not family.
Yeah.
The family might not be okay, but the person's image. So parents will consider that, okay, even though she's not from a very wealthy family, but she herself has potentials. And the reason why research that I have done is because most parents feel like you're coming into the family that is well established. You're not bringing anything. You're only coming to serve. So they see you more like a gold digger coming into the family. And to an extent, like I said, I won't blame them. I will talk for myself. I can't work hard. And I used to say it, if I send my daughter to Harvard, I'm not expecting her to come back and give me someone who is not educated as a husband. I expect that standard you've kept for yourself is not necessarily somebody from, but let it be somebody that can match up, because you've discovered that most marriages where you have abuses is because of low self-esteem. You see men that their wives are from a wealthy family, they now bring, is it because you're from a wealthy family, I will show you this, I will show you that. And then you see men that because they are married women from the low life, so to say, everything
They
is
take
what can your
advantage.
family say.
They take advantage.
They take advantage of it. So over the years, parents don't want it. They want a situation that when you say Jack, I say Jack. Why? Because if you want to talk about your family, my family has a name.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not even about the wealth, it's about the name. Family name. Because you meet somebody who is not wealthy, but has an integrity as a family name. A mother, a father would gladly give their child's hand in marriage because they know that there is a name attached to that
attached to
family.
it.
So you will not
And
misbehave.
sometimes there is also the other side of it. We have seen families of the wealthy getting married to the same social class. And at the end of the day, it doesn't work. See, there are two sides to a coin.
Of course they are.
What works for you may not work for me. What works for A may not work for B. But in all I know is this. If you know, see, even when you are learned and your family, you know, we have some families who will take their time to send their son or their daughter to the best school, even though they are farmers in the village.
Yes.
They will put everything, because they will say 3 generations cannot go into poverty. You understand? So they want to put in everything they have to make sure what I could not accomplish, where I could not get to, I'm able to send it. And at the end of the day, the girl may find a young, handsome-looking man who is from a well-to-do family in that same Harvard or that school. And, you know, they get married.
That's why I was talking about family name. If a mother or a father sits down and discovers that this lady that my son wants to get married to, the parents are actually farmers, but they've been able to strive to send this girl and bring out the best, it's because they want to break something. A reasonable father or mother will give the son's hand.
Some don't think in that area that you're thinking now. They don't go. All they know is that where is it's like business as usual,
And because,
even with marriage.
And because you know that contracts will fly and everything.
So the connection and the link and everything. So man or woman, who should I or can I get married to? Someone who respects you, someone who will be there for you, someone who will love you for who you are, someone who will always have ears for you, whether a lady, whether a man, you understand, should be the focus. Not only, and you know, these days you see, if you don't have, why would you come and tell me I want to be your girlfriend or you want to be my boyfriend?
I realize that when you say somebody should love you for who you are, there is a clause to it. Because sometimes you love somebody, but you just want the person to change. So, and the person is saying, love me for who I am. No, I can't. If you are somebody who has poor sense of dressing.
No, I'm not going to that.
No, they're talking of love who you are for character, for who you are.
For who you are, you can always change and he can always maintain and take time, be patient.
That is it.
The person will be patient.
So you should marry somebody
to
that
go
has
all
patience.
the way with you. That's why I said someone will love you for who you are. When you love someone, love over various excuses of life. You understand? So it goes a long way. And you know, it's so good that we're talking about this. I just want you to go to our social media platform on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and join us. It's very important for you to be part of this. Even as we go for this short break, I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. As you know, it's still Family and Values, and our guest is seated already. I have the opportunity and the privilege of presenting to us Pastor Akin Anyowale Sunday. He's a relationship and a marriage expert and a life coach. He always runs this Facebook page that talks about people prepare their mind on how to get married. So, this is it. The woman or man I should or can marry. I still love that. How important is it to consider who you want to marry? How important is it?
Well, it's very important because your future is important.
Very important.
Because your future is important.
Rate it, sir.
Well, if you miss it in the area of marriage, you can be assured that maybe about 75% of your life is gone. That's how important it is.
Wow. 75%.
Yes. Because you can imagine waking up sleeping up and you're sad. No motivation, no encouragement. I mean, you go out, you fail, you come back home, you fail. So it's not to be toyed with, it's not to be joked about. I'm telling you, 75, if you miss it, if you marry the wrong person or you miss it in the area of marriage, I'm sorry, 75, even in business, do you know that marriage is so important that maybe for a man, also for a woman, that if the home front is not okay, no matter how successful you are, you will still feel like a failure.
Jesus.
That's the truth. You will still feel like a failure. Who want to go out there and everybody is clapping for you, go back home? In fact, there is no home to go to. So it's a very important decision that one should be very careful about how to go about it. That's how important.
Okay, you've talked about how important it is now. I want to ask this question because sometimes it borders on a whole lot of people. Should there be a timeline for a waiting period before marriage? Because we live in a society where once a lady is 25, everybody is feeling like, okay. By the time she's 28, everybody is feeling like, what? By the time she clocked that 28 to 30, everybody is staring like, hello, what's happening? Now, the men really don't have that. They can marry at any age. Let me put it that way. A 70-year-old man can wake up and get married and still have children. So should there be a waiting period? Because now you're saying it's very important, 75%. Yeah. So should there be a timeline like, okay, you know what? Let me wait. Let me understand what this marriage is before I go into it. And you know that age is not on your side. Should there be a timeline for waiting period before we go into marriage?
Well, I would like to put it this way, that age is a number. I've met people that are 40, but they are full. I'm sorry I don't mean to be harsh, all right? Age has something to do with whether you are ready or not. Okay? And that's why we have a lot of this pressure on women. Less people talk about men. You say men ask time. I'll prove you wrong. Everybody has time.
Please do.
Please do.
Please do. Because you say 70-year-old man getting married and still,
okay,
and no man that is
no
not
man wants to get married at 70. Look at it. If you get married at 70, okay, maybe probably the first time that you get married, your wife became pregnant. By the time you are 90, your son is still in secondary school. Nobody has time about age. So if you are a man that you are deceiving yourself that I can marry at any, you can marry at any time. Okay? You just need to face the fact that, okay, this is very important. I think the question should be maturity. I'm telling you the truth. I've met about 21-year-old lady and the husband is about 23. I ran them through counseling. They are good. I mean,
mature.
What is it? I've seen somebody of 40 that can't take responsibility as a man. And you want to marry such a man? You run into problem. I've seen a lady that does not know anything about marriage other than sex. Nothing. She has no idea of how to take care of a man
or for the family.
And she's 40.
Or so, not even to plan, together.
She has no idea at all about marriage. I'm serious.
I believe such a person does not even want to get married in the first place.
No, you may think so. Many believe that it is mandatory. It is a commandment to get married. If you are not married, you are not fulfilled.
Okay.
And so many will just when I get married. Maybe it's just to get married. When I get married, and some will be looking for a man that is well-to-do. I'll get a man. I'm beautiful and all that. And before you know it,
working on herself. She's not, improving, getting knowledge about. Okay, this thing I'm going into. What is it all about? Different perspective. Ladies have different perspective on marriage. some things that all you have to know about marriage is how to cook good food.
And also sex. Okay. Is it right to be so inquisitive when it comes to before you get married?
Well,
Like we're talking about that later now. Is it right to be
yes.
so inquisitive?
You have to. Yeah, you have to. Out of the school of you have to know everything before you get married. That's the truth. People always say that, love is blind. I used to tell them, marriage will open your eyes.
Love is blind, marriage will open your
Love
eyes.
is blind, but marriage will open your eyes. So, but you don't need to get into marriage to know some things. Okay? Thank God for knowledge today. Thank God for technology. There are so many things that you need to know. You need to equip yourself as a woman to know. Don't get into marriage and be surprised. And be surprised about some things. No, you need to know. In fact, both man and woman should be open before marriage. If there is any gray area or dark area, don't go into it. Yeah, don't go into it. If you are not comfortable, I prefer broken relationship than broken marriage. It's better. Before I got married, my wife removed engagement ring. She gave me 3 times. I'm not doing again. 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, because there are some certain areas of my life that she doesn't understand. No, before we get there, just take your own. You are not married yet.
Before we go further.
Before we go further, it's better. And I will rethink, okay, why do you want to know about salary? Let's get married first. Why do you want to know about my salary? He said, you must know, I must know, I want to know.
But is it right for you to know your partner's earning?
Why not? If there are no,
skeleton in your cupboard. Seriously?
Yeah.
With the kind of generation we have right now,
Why not?
does our parents in those days, let me take you a little bit back, sorry Joy, let me take it because we need to trash this.
Yeah.
Okay, now, are you telling me now, in those days, our grandpas, our great-grandpas with our own grandmas, do they really know where their husband keep their money? They don't.
Where?
They don't, because they will say, women, if they know that you keep your money here, you understand, they will continue to ask and I will not stop asking. The same thing applies to men. When men find out that they have a wife who is capable, who has money, even when he has his own job and is doing well for himself, he will always want to come back. My dear, can I get so thing? Of course, not all men, with due respect, not all. I'm just saying some will always want to take advantage of that privilege that you have a wife who has what you can always come to take from. So why should I'm sorry, not only me, but this is me now, baby.
Why should you open up?
Open up on yourself.
My salary.
Well, I believe marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Too much people
Okay.
coming together. There must be a unity. I mean, what I call vision. There must be. This is where we are going.
Joy,
I know
Joy,
where you are at.
Joy, I'm not talking.
I know where you are at.
I am giving you pastor.
No, I know where your heart is. But you see, we will achieve more, we will achieve better, we will achieve faster. Okay? If we are going to the same place. That's why this thing is very, very important before you even take a decision at all. All right? I'm telling you. Now, once 2 people are going and you have 2 views, that is die. They call it division. That is division. You know, in the Roman people,
Yeah.
it's
Die.
and there is no home that can stand the division at all. You understand?
Okay, I want to ask this question.
Are you agreeing with that?
No, me. For once, I'm not a party to, but we will leave that aspect.
So there are men. I'm telling you, I kept saying it. There are men that have integrity.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
That's what I'm saying.
There are men that even if their wife is earning 10 times, they don't. There is this thing about man.
I've seen. I know
You
of
understand?
someone that
there is this thing about man. Okay, respect me. It's written on the gate.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, and any man that wants respect, that's respect that I'm talking about. It's tough to ask your wife or to be looking at you. It's very tough.
I think I know someone who very close.
I know many actually.
Now this brings me to placing oneself before marriage. Do you call that selfishness? Now this is me saying that, okay, for instance, if you're this kind of person that falls on my kind of personality that I love, I want to develop myself. I would I say I love me. I love my space. I love myself. I love the fact that I want to wake up and do things for myself. Not because I don't care about you. If I love you, I love you. Like, I feel like my love for you is not contended. Once I've told you I love you, I love you. So you don't need to start reminding me, do you love me? Keep that question for
another.
So, but I believe like this is me working on myself, this is me fighting my things, this is me developing myself before I come into your life. Do you see that as being selfish?
Well, in the context of marriage, okay, marriage is between two people, like I said, all right? And when it comes to marriage, love is not enough. That's the truth. Commitment, all right, is the backbone of my commitment. Look at it. Now, I'm going to get married to you, or let me say we are married. Okay, this is me. This is what I love doing. All right. It's more or less like if you check in the Bible, you will see it. The commitment to marriage is awesome. That's what people don't get. It's not about me again. Okay? How do I put it? I don't want to go into money or finance so that I don't run. I don't want to have issues with Olori. Now, you see, when it comes to marriage, there is a lot of sacrifice.
Very true.
All right?
Very true.
Because of you, all right, I'm ready to do this. That's marriage. Okay, marriage is not 50-50. Marriage is 100-100.
Okay, no.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Does that mean the woman too does 100% when it comes to responsibilities?
Saying that's why he's saying. That's why he's saying 100.
Let me tell you something. In the concept of marriage, we are expected to give all. That's it. That's what makes it worse. I'm telling
Pastor,
you.
wait, hold on. Maybe I'm going to go through Olori's line because now you're saying now you're saying give it all. I'll ask you this question. I'll ask you this question. Do you advise intending couple to have a joint account?
No, I don't.
Why? And you're saying we should give it all.
Intending couple. See, let me see.
Okay, so when they get married, they should have. Even in marriage, they should have a joint account.
Well, if they want to, and I will ask you, why do you need joint account? Okay. See, marriage is based on trust.
I know. I'm not saying. No, I'm not talking about not to trust you, no. But I'm leaving you a joy to trash that area before I ask my own question.
Now, when I say 100%, it's 100%. That's what will make it work. You see, when we say 50-50, I'm still talking. There is problem with trust there. Okay, and probably maybe because of some things. That's why I like this topic. That before you get married, I call it before you say yes, I do. Okay, there are a lot of assumptions. We assume a lot. We assume a lot before we enter into it. See, if we do proper check before we enter into it, it is 100% that is required. Now, back to your question that, okay, before we get married, can we do joint account? I would say no, because you are not married yet. Marriage is a legal contract. You are not married yet. It's still your money, it's still my money. Oh, does that mean we can't do things together? Why not? We can. But it's still your own, it's still my own. I will never advise anybody before you get married to have joint account. You are not married. You are not.
No,
so when you're not married,
intending, we are talking about we are getting married, and it's part of it. Part of discussion. Part of discussion. We are discussing. Yes.
Now, when we get married, what are the things that we think we would need to spend together? Probably want to take care of our parents.
Okay.
We want to do this.
A number of children will have.
Yes.
Planning
Alright.
ahead for them
Yes,
before they
you're not
start
planning,
coming.
okay, how do we do it? You discuss, that's communication. How much are you willing? There must be percentage when it comes to joint accounts. And the man should take responsibility to be the one that will take the larger share of it.
Okay.
Because you can't be the head alone. It's not by mouth. Okay? So,
I hope you're here.
and in some joint account, people do 70-30. All right? Even when we started, I used to do 80-20 because I consider what is coming in from my wife. No, she can't do more than that, except I'm not reasonable. So we started with 80-20. By the time she come up, she said, okay, she can do 30 now. Why not? And both of us are signatory to the account. But today, she's the only one.
That's a signatory to it.
Why? Because, thank you, trust has been built.
Okay, Pastor. You said something. I'm still coming back to that too.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I believe when I trust you, money, money, Bible says is the root of all evils.
Yeah.
The love of money, actually.
The love of money. Thank you. And I don't want. See, when it comes to money, hey, I don't want the trouble. I don't want the trouble. I don't have liver for that kind of, no. See, I love life. Oh.
That's right.
I love life. When I mean I love life, I'm praying to God to give me long life like
You will.
Methuselah. In sound health. When it's time for God, He should take me, but let me enjoy it. And I will not want to do anything that is out of proportion. Now, the love of money. Hey, I still believe with this little experience I have about life, I still believe that there is still comfort and peace of mind, and there will still be trust even when you don't know what your husband or your wife is earning. This is where I'm going, sir. See, the moments, in short, with the kind of generation and the life that we have right now, I know Joy will not want to talk, but me, I will talk up. See, nobody wants to joke with their money, even after marriage. Oga, stay on your lane, I stay on my lane with my salary. What is it that you want us to be doing together? That will not still stop you from planning ahead for your coming children, your old parents, your other family responsibility, or even your own self-love as husband and wife. That is my own analogy, and I believe it worked for some other ministers of God. I know some of them will tell you we can't do joint accounts. Because when it comes to, hey, some now I forget, they will put Bible on the side like this and deal with it.
Yes.
That's the truth. So, Pastor, you were saying something about some 21 and 23-year-old that were mature in thought. And it reminded me of someone very, very close to me, my own seed. Now, I want you to explain further. What are those signs that you saw that you thought a 21-year-old is that matured? Do you think she must have seen certain things with her parents and the experiences of life, and it has made her to build herself? And the other guy who is 23, who they are coming, you said the two of them are very mature. So something must have prompted that. Can you please give us those little pointers and,
Well, no, number one for me, before you say yes, I do, concerning those
young couple
that I was talking about, marriage is based on understanding. Understanding. Okay? Understanding the concept of marriage, number one. Understanding who a man is. Understanding who a woman is. See, if you understand how woman or women are built up, okay? Because those are the things I found out about them, the guy knew about. Not only about that, he knew about
how to take care of women, to handle a woman.
The mindset of
Wow,
a woman.
at that age.
Yeah. The lady also knows about man. He knows what a man needs.
Wow.
Okay? So the understanding is what mean, what goes for me.
So what are those
You
pointers?
know, like I said, you know, women are talkers. Okay, I'm sorry. Men are thinkers. Okay, those are the things that I expect a mature person to know.
So no.
If you know that men are thinkers, then you won't put pressure on the man that is just coming from work and say, why are you not talking? I've been talking to you. Blah, 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 blah.
Joy,
You
sure,
understand?
Okay.
You will give him a space. All right? It's not everything that a man will respond to by talking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. But a woman will want to describe everything from when she's leaving the house, when she enter her car, what the driver said in the car, by the time they go to the office. I mean, the details. So if you are a man, you will understand. You won't say your woman is nagging. That is the way
Yeah.
men are.
Okay.
They talk.
Joy.
And if you don't give them space to talk, you will enter into trouble.
Benny.
Okay, Pastor, we have women who are built with a manly mentality, and you see them running the home.
Yeah.
Now, if such a person is planning to get married, what kind of a man would you advise that lady to get married to? Because we know that men have their own ego. They want to be there. They want to. Now, I would give a very personal experience. I, for once, am this kind of person that as long as I have that money, you will come back and see that I've taken
Everything
care
is
of
done.
everything.
Yes, so
I won't wait for you to. In fact, it will get to a point to even be asking me, come.
how come?
How come? Because I'll only tell you that I've done this, so I've done that, so.
And they feel
Now,
threatened.
And you know now, how do such a person, a young girl in that her manly mentality, get married to a man who also has this thing of you must
Ego.
and you must?
The ego is there.
What kind of a man would you advise? Are you advising the woman that, okay, you know, if you're while you're planning to get married, look for somebody that is a bit more understanding or who understands your kind of nature?
That's why I always advise people before you get married. There are 3 basic counseling that you need.
Okay. First,
You need parental
parental.
counseling. Don't despise it. There is no way you can be, older than your parents.
Okay.
There are things that they know, no matter your level of education. Parental counseling is very important.
Okay.
Pastoral counseling is very important.
Okay. What's the third one?
The third one is professional counseling. To
Okay.
balance it up.
Okay.
Like the lady that you are, those are fantastic human beings. But you see, there is no way you can go all out and say, this kind of person I want to marry. We meet different people, all right? But when you come to counseling will help you to discover each other. Don't forget what I said, that marriage, people think that marriage is about love alone. They think marriage is blind. But counseling will help you to see
Those signs here and there.
so we know that, this lady, it's not that she's bossy.
This is how she
Her
is.
person, I love
I
that.
hope
This is that kind of
one
person.
like that, if you ask me.
I
No,
love
you
that.
have some men who don't want
Some
to.
men will say you're
They don't
harsh.
have-
Some men,
Pastor,
let me tell you, the
sincerely.
men that are saying that, they don't have understanding of that kind of
Okay, so we should start praying for such men.
Yeah.
We want to say a big thank you to Pastor Akin Sunday Anyawale for this great opportunity and privilege to join us. And we hope when next we call you again, we'll see you. Joy, over
Yes,
to
thank you
you.
very much. It's been a great day on the show. Yes, even though Pastor was stuck in traffic and he joined us late, but you've learned and understood what
Yeah.
we're talking about today. My name is Joy Abu. We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday.
I still remain Adejoke Adubi David. Tuesday is going to be a Tuesday with a difference. So always stay tuned. 9 a.m. Family and Values on Galaxy Television, on our mobile app, and also on our social media platforms. Have a lovely day. Thank you to everyone. Bye.